This is the new Overpower Spiritborn build against T4 Duriel. Chop, he's down. Hitting for billions and billions and billions. Okay, my friends, this is 4-player now. It's like the same speed. Sayonara. Hey everybody, it's Rob here. This is the hardest hitting build that we know of yet. This build can hit for up to 100 billion. You can see here 40 billion, 30 billion. It's an Overpower Spiritborn build that utilizes the Jaguar Hall to hit for insane amounts of damage here very constantly. We basically spend enough resources to make an Overpower every time we attack in combination with the Kepelecke. And you can just see like the sheer damage this can deal. This can like kill any boss. We've been speed farming 100. I can show you like a few runs there as well here in a second. And yeah, the build is just a ton of fun, and it really rocks. Especially with, yeah, you see 57 billion. You're getting like really crazy with those numbers. And it's a quill volley build, and it requires certain amount of gear here. So I'm gonna have the planner linked below. This is the quill volley OP version. And a big shout out to Ace of Spades and Sanctum, who already made a video on YouTube here that I will also link below. And it requires a bit of gear, so it's not a good starter build. I recommend the normal Quill Volley build or even the Evade build. Both of those will be linked below as well, because you need 275 resources. And I don't even have any of my gear really masterworked, because I literally just switched to this build. But what you really need is 275 resources to basically have enough to trigger Banished Lord on every hit. And we do this with Kepelecke. You want to masterwork the resources, and you want to have Tybet's Will for resources, and you want to have the Mangestrate Glyph or Mangestrate Glyph here to multiply your maximum resource in the sapping board. And with that, you can get 275. I even have 10 too much. And then you also drink, obviously, the Resourcefulness Elixir. And this basically allows you to, every time you attack, you just spend that resources, and it basically just keeps going up all the time. So you spend all your resources with Kepelecke, and then you generate it all with Ring of the Midnight Sun. I'll show you some gameplay here in a second, but I want to go over the entire setup. So we are rocking Harmony of Abevaka. This one basically gives us 2 extra tags to all our spells here. You can see it's Core, Basic, Eagle, Jaguar, Gorilla, Quill Volleys, our main DPS. And we have the Spirit Hall Jaguar, and this is the white number that is hitting for so big, because every 15th time we basically deal accumulation of the damage that we dealt in the last 0.5 seconds again. So if you have a lot of targets, this can hit up to hundreds of billions of damage. And then we have Gorilla, and this is switched now in comparison to the normal build, because the Jaguar Hall is just so OP with this build. And we get all the tags here with the Harmony. Then we have Tyrell's Might. If you don't have this yet, you can also use a normal chest here with the slow aspect, where you get another 1.2x multiplier against slowed or even against feared targets with Scourge. That works too, but you will need to fix your rest, so you need to have a couple rest rolls if you don't have a Tyrell's Might yet. Then I have the Moonrise here with Quill Volley. And we completely drop the Quill Volley aspect, because it does not function with your Jaguar Hall. So we are rocking Quill Volley Moonrise, we're rocking Moonrise, and we are rocking a Redirected Force here, because every time we hit with Kepelecke, we have a guaranteed crit. Then we rock Tybet's Will here. Again, it's necessary for the maximum resources. Also with Armored Hide and our passive, we basically have it up all the time, and we get all the cooldown reduction. Then we are rocking Ferocity here on the boots. You can also play something else. I just like Ferocity, more attack speed. And every skill is also a Jaguar skill, giving you extra Furnace DPS. That's also very nice. And it's giving you attack speed. I recommend a 1 Vortex size roll here in general. And for boss killing, you play Omrune. And for normal runs, you always want to play the Vortex rune, because the Vortex will just pull in everything, and you'll trigger it all the time here once you attack 3 times basically. Very strong. Then the Rod of Kepelecke. The most important is the secondary and the resources. Again, you want 275 minimum to play this build. Then we have the Midnight Sun, also here very important. The secondary should be like 48 or higher ideally. And you see, I don't have my stuff masterwork, because I don't have Forgotten Souls. I'll make a video of how we can farm Forgotten Souls efficiently, but it's definitely the bottleneck at the moment. And then you want 1 resource generation roll here on the ring. I still haven't switched. Ideally, instead of basic skill damage, you can temper Overpower, because Overpower is slightly higher. I just haven't done it yet because I was still playing mainly the Quill Volley build. And then obviously the Banished Lord Talisman. Guaranteed Overpower on every hit and another 1.6 and extra core skill ranks. Allowing our Quill Volley right now already to be rank 15. And yeah, once I masterwork this, it's gonna get another ranks. And I can also masterwork this one. So you can easily have like rank 20 Quill Volley if you really want. So it's gonna go pretty crazy. And that's pretty much the setup. Again, the 2 halls are Jaguar and Gorilla, and Jaguar is doing the white numbers. And then we have the skill tree here. Not much really has changed here, so 5 in Quill Volley with Advantageous Rune. Max out these 3 here. Max out this. If you have more points, you can go Diminishment. Ravager. I use Scourge with Healing, Counter Attack with 1.3x. 3 points in Armor Type, we get 5 points with Prodigy's Tempo active, and then Reinforced Armor Type, triple here, Perseverance damage reduction. I can actually drop Bastion now because we don't have Thorns anymore. We have to drop the Revenge Glyph because we are not getting the Thorns from the Gorilla Hall anymore. So instead of Revenge, we play another Glyph. I'll show you in a second. And yeah, Apex, Diminishment, all the stuff maxed here. You can put more points in Auspicious because you definitely have less barrier because you're missing this Gorilla main hall. But you still have everything Gorilla tech, so Dominant is still going to be very nice against staggered targets. Brilliance is very good, Potent, Furnace, and then the triple here, Resolution, Spiritual, Supremacy, 1 point in Hunter, with the cooldown stuff, and Prodigy's Tempo. Paragon, you can still optimize a lot here. I'm playing Spirit, then we're rocking Vicious Shield. You want to make sure that you have enough dexterity for the Bristle node here. Very important, big damage reduction with Barrier. Kenny, and then we also like to have the extra Barrier generation from all this here, because it helps you a lot. Generally, Barrier generation, because your only Barrier source is the Bulwark now, and you need a lot of it in combination with the passive. This also helps you for, where is that? For the shield, for the passive here, for Vicious Shield. Okay, then here on the left side, we took Sapping with Magistrate. Like, we don't have Revenge anymore. This one basically gives you a 1.3x. We don't have Incarnate skills, but this is the only one that multiplies the resources. And I don't even have it leveled. You see, my Glyph here is only level 55. So I have a very scuffed setup, and it's already hitting for 50 up to 100 billion I've seen from other players. So you can easily get double damage of what I have if you finish the master working and you get like some of the correct rolls here. It's very, very strong. And then on the right side here, we dock Convergence with Talon. Again, we have Eagle skills, so this is like a no-brainer. And then we have Colossal here. We have a bunch of Resolve stacks, so we get X damage, and we're still using Gorilla skills with Revealing. So what this build doesn't do, you don't need to scale your armor anymore. So all you need is 1,000 armor on World Tier 4. And I mean, that should be very easy. Like, you just put in like 3 armor gems and you're done. We used to have like 5k armor. But yeah, no Gorilla hits and no more Quill Volley aspect. But yeah, that's pretty much the setup, guys. I'll probably make a more detailed build soon. And I will show you some Pit 100 runs now. Let's go. Okay, and here we are in a Pit 100. And we're just going to start blasting, basically. You see, you want to use your Vortex to pull everything, kill the damage reduction guys. And just start blasting down the packs. I actually disabled my Overpower numbers, because it was just too much. I cannot see where the elites are. I mean, maybe we can activate it in floor 2. But it's impacting the gameplay very negatively if you can't see where the enemies are. And that is what's usually happening. Like, DPS on this build is like super insane, as you can tell. And again, like these white numbers, the big hits, they are coming from the Jaguar Spirit Hall. See here, boom, we just melted that pack. Then we keep going, and there is another pack here. See, now I can see where the damage resistance dude is standing. But with the other setup, it's really hard to see. Boom, 40 billion, you saw it. It just rocks like crazy. Here again, damage resistance. You see, I need to like be on top of them to attack them, especially when they have Waller like this guy. You have a bit less AoE in comparison to the normal Quill Volley because you don't have the aspect that makes it return to you. We just don't have enough space for those ones. See, boom, and we just blast it down. And also kill the small guys. So you can level like all your glyphs to 100, like very comfortable with this. It's not gonna take you long at all. You get some very good numbers here. We even have the knights here that have like additional damage reduction, like they have a shield. But we still just melt them. Just melt them all down. Even with these numbers it can be too much, man. And you can go like easily 10 tiers higher once you just get a bit of the masterwork gear and stuff. I mean, it's already going somewhat smooth. But I can easily like double my damage if I finish my masterwork. Like most of my stuff is 4 or 8. I have one item that I masterwork to plus 12. And it doesn't even have like a good greater affix. So yeah, there's like easy 4x, 5x damage that you can get here with this setup. Like very comfortable. It rocks. Here's some dudes. Just melt them. And you want to make sure you have enough barrier. Like it's you need a bit more barrier than with the other builds. Because right now you don't have the gorilla main hall. So you should be a bit more focused on getting the barrier, like barrier generation rolls and stuff like that. It's gonna help a lot. It also gives you basically a 1.3x. Which is some crazy DPS. We're gonna be running into a dead end here soon. This is literally the worst pit map you can get. Because like you always have to kind of backtrack in this map. And it gets really annoying. But it doesn't really matter for this build. Like we just like rock it. You see what I mean here? Like now we're in this dead end here and we have to backtrack a little bit. Because there isn't enough progression. I really wish they would make these maps like a bit more linear, like when you go like in a certain direction, you know, it just keeps going or something. There's certainly some things that they could do to improve these kind of maps here. But yeah, the build itself is just insane. Destroy some enemies. Chop, chop. Here, one more guy. One more Diablo dudes. Boom, and boss spawns. And also the damage on the boss is also insane. Oh. Okay, this is the worst boss. This boss has like a little more HP than all the other builds. But it should be fine nonetheless. Just full commit to the DPS. Always commit. This boss has like significantly more HP. Usually we kill them in one stagger. This boss has significantly more HP than the others. Yeah, the map isn't too great, but like now when she's injured, we also get a lot more. Like a normal boss you kill in one stagger. And this boss, I mean, he still dies in like one stagger, but you know, takes a bit longer. And yeah, with that, we just blast on 100. Like again, this was a shit run, shit rift, and we can like do it way faster in a decent map. And here we can level our glyphs. Like I'm just leveling my glyphs, like it's level 50. See here, the main glyph I'm using now, the new glyph, is just level 50. So you can min-max this like a lot. Now it's 65, so already 15 levels higher. But yeah, that's pretty much the setup, guys. These are the stats I'm using. This is how it looks. And yeah, this is like the best build in the game if you want to do T4 bosses, you want to carry a group doing Uber bosses, or just level your gems. Like it's very comfortable, you're super tanky. I have like 6k life and I'm not even attacking, so it's hitting for billions. I hope you enjoyed, my friends. I'll see you soon. I'll probably make a like full detailed guide once I have it a bit more min-maxed here the next couple of days. And there's also a video coming up of how we farm Forgotten Souls. Hope you enjoyed, my friends. I will see you soon. GG. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.